Hi friends, very good morning to all of you and welcome to IA Educational Academy. Right friends, in this session we are going to study the third chapter of 8th class NCERT Geography. Friends, in the earlier two chapters, in the first chapter we have understood what are the resources, and in the second chapter we have studied in some detail about land, soil, forests and wildlife. Friends, in this chapter we are going to study about mineral and power resources. Right friends, here is an anecdote. Here two children, they are trying to understand what are the resources and especially the mineral resources. Friends, a naturally occurring substance that has a definite chemical composition is a mineral. So what is a mineral? A mineral is a naturally occurring substance and it has a definite chemical composition. Friends, they are concentrated in a particular area or rock formations. So minerals are concentrated in a particular area or in a particular rock. Friends, minerals are formed in different types of geological environments under varying conditions. They are created by natural processes without any human interference. So they have formed due to natural reasons, natural processes. Friends, they can be identified on the basis of their physical properties such as color, density, hardness, and a chemical property such as solubility. So friends, basically the minerals have both physical and chemical properties. Friends, here is a fact, that is the salt in our food and graphite in our pencil are also made up of minerals. They are also minerals. Okay friends, now we will see types of minerals. There are over 3000 different minerals, and on the basis of composition, minerals are classified mainly as metallic and non-metallic minerals. So based on composition, on the basis of composition, they are classified as metallic and non-metallic. Friends, here we can see minerals are divided in classified as metallic and non-metallic, and further the metallic minerals are classified as ferrous minerals and non-ferrous minerals. Ferrous minerals are which have iron as some content, and non-ferrous minerals, they do not contain iron. Right friends, metallic minerals, these contain metals in raw form. So metallic minerals contain metals in the raw form. Right friends, metals are hard substances that conduct heat and electricity and have a characteristic luster or shine. Friends, metallic minerals may be ferrous or non-ferrous. Friends, ferrous minerals like iron ore, manganese and chromites contain iron. So ferrous minerals contain some content of iron. In a non-ferrous mineral does not contain iron but may contain some other minerals such as gold, silver, copper or lead. Friends, non-metallic minerals do not contain metals. Friends, the mineral fuels like coal and petroleum are also non-metallic minerals. Right friends, here is a fact. A rock is an aggregate of one or more minerals but without a definite composition of constituent of mineral. Friends, rocks form which minerals are mined are known as ores. Friends, similarly, although more than 2800 types of minerals have been identified, only about 100 are considered ore minerals. Right friends, minerals can be extracted by mining. So when minerals are extracted, the process is called mining, and similarly drilling or quarrying. So here in this chart we can see extraction of minerals. This can be done by mining or drilling or by quarrying. Friends, mining is again classified into two categories, that is open cast mining and shaft mining. Friends, in this picture you can see offshore drilling of oil. Friends, the process of taking out minerals from rocks buried under the earth's surface is called mining. And the classification we have already seen. Friends, minerals that lie near the surface are simply dug out by the process known as quarrying. Right, friends, minerals occur in different types of rocks. Generally, metallic minerals are found in igneous and metamorphic rocks, rock formations that form large plateaus. Friends, similarly, sedimentary rock formations of plains and young fold mountains contain non-metallic minerals like limestone. Right, friends, mineral fuels such as coal and petroleum are also found in the sedimentary strata. Friends, now we will try to understand the distribution of minerals across various continents. Friends, first of all, Asia. In that, China and India have a large iron ore deposits. The continent produces more than half of the world's tin. So here this symbol represents the iron ore. Here you can see in India and as well as some parts of eastern China there is concentration of iron ore. Right, friends, if we see Europe is the leading producer of iron ore in the world. So Europe is the leading producer of iron ore. Friends, the countries with large deposits of iron ore are Russia, Ukraine, Sweden and France. Okay, friends, here is a fact. Switzerland has no known mineral deposit in it. So this is an important fact. And friends, if we see the North America and the mineral concentration in North America, the mineral deposits in North America are located in 3 zones. Those are the Canadian region, north of the Great Lakes, and the second one is the Appalachian region, and the third one is the mountain ranges of the west. Alright, friends, if we see in South America, Brazil is the largest producer of high grade iron ore in the world. So Brazil is the largest producer of high grade iron ore in the world. Chile and Peru are leading producers of copper. Alright, friends, mineral oil is found in Venezuela, Argentina, Chile, Peru and Colombia. So you can see in South America, these are some of the important countries that produce mineral oil. Right, friends, if we see Africa, friends, it is the world's largest producer of diamonds, gold and platinum. So friends, these are the costliest minerals. So Africa is the largest producer of these costly minerals. Similarly, friends, oil is found in Nigeria, Libya and Angola. Right, friends, here is one more fact, that is about a green diamond. Friends, it is the rarest diamond. The green diamond is the rarest diamond. The oldest rocks in the world are in Western Australia. They date from 4,300 million years ago, only 300 million years after the world was formed. So these are two important facts. Friends, similarly, we will see the mineral distribution in Australia. Friends, Australia is the largest producer of bauxite in the world, and it is a leading producer of gold, diamond, iron ore, tin and nickel. Friends, Kalgoorlie and Coolgardie areas of Western Australia have the largest deposits of gold. Okay, friends, next we see the distribution of minerals in Antarctica. Friends, the geology of Antarctica is sufficiently well known to predict the existence of a variety of mineral deposits, some probably large. So I mean, it is difficult to explore the Antarctica continent because it is covered with ice, and the conditions to inhabit there are difficult, but by knowing the geology we can predict that it can be a big source for minerals in large scale. Friends, significant size of deposits of coal in the trans-Antarctic mountains and iron near the Prince Charles Mountains of East Antarctica is forecasted. Right, friends, now we will understand the use of minerals. Friends, minerals which are used for gems are usually hard. Copper is another metal used in everything from coins to pipes. So copper mineral is the one of the most commonly used minerals. Friends, silicon that is used in the computer industry is obtained from quartz. So you should remember that silicon is obtained from quartz ore. Right, friends? Conservation of minerals. Minerals are a non-renewable resource. So now, you know that what are renewable resources and what are non-renewable resources, and the minerals come under the category of non-renewable resource. Friends, it takes thousands of years for the formation and concentration of minerals. So it takes thousands of years. Friends, the rate of formation is much smaller than the rate at which the humans consume these minerals. So it is necessary to reduce wastage in the process of mining. So we have to reduce the wastage in the process of mining. Similarly, recycling metals is another way in which the mineral resources can be conserved. So here also the same formula applies, that is reduce, recycle and reuse. Right, friends, now we will try to understand the power resources. Friends, power or energy plays a vital role in our lives, and power resources may be broadly categorized as conventional and non-conventional resources. Friends, here in this picture you can see a national power grid to a power supply line of national power grid. Okay, friends, now we will try to understand the conventional resources. These are, the conventional resources of energy are those which have been in common use for a long time. So you know what are conventional resources. Resources such as firewood and fossil fuels are the two main conventional energy resources. Friends, firewood, it is widely used for cooking and heating. Friends, in our country, more than 50% of the energy used by villagers come from firewood. Right, friends? Remains of plants and animals which were buried under the earth for millions of years got converted by the heat and pressure into fossil fuels. So, friends, excuse me, the formation of fossil fuels is an important phenomenon. We call it as the buried sunshine also. Friends, the rate at which the growing world population is consuming them is far greater than the rate of their formation. So they are likely to be exhausted soon. These fossil fuels, the rate of consumption is very, very high. So there is a situation that in the near future, their stock might got exhausted. Friends, here in this chart there are some sources of conventional energy, and for each and every source we try to understand the advantages and disadvantages. Friends, apart from prelims, you might get a question in the mains examination in the paper 3, and asking the advantages and the disadvantages of energy sources. Right, friends, first one is oil, and the advantages of oil resource are easier to transport through tankers, and basis of petrochemical industry. So the entire petrochemical industry is dependent on oil. Hence the disadvantages, and depletion of oxygen due to oil spillage and gas leakage. And the second one is pollutants released cause acid rain. And similarly, exploration of a new fuel is not easy. So exploration is a very difficult and horrendous process. Friends, when it comes to natural gas, and the advantages are easier to transport. This is through pipelines, and cleaner than the oil and coal. So natural gas is little bit cleaner than the oil and coal, and cheaper than oil. And when it comes to disadvantages, the disadvantages are similar to oil, because friends, you should know the natural gas and as well as the oil are obtained from the same delta, I mean same place. So because of that, the disadvantages are similar. Okay friends, about firewood, the advantages are easy access, provides energy to a large number of people. And when it comes to disadvantages, collecting is time consuming, and the use of firewood is polluting, and promotion of greenhouse effect. So the burning of firewood results in production of, it results in production of greenhouse gases, and it results in greenhouse gas effect. And similarly, deforestation, we all know the problems associated with the deforestation process. And similarly, when it comes to coal, the advantages are extensively available. So coal resources are extensively available. Friends, it is efficient conversion to electricity. So we can efficiently convert the energy in the coal to electricity. And disadvantages, everybody knows the disadvantages of usage of coal. One thing is polluting source, so it is the major source of pollution, and bulky to transport. So transport is time consuming, and as well as it is a costly affair. Okay friends, the last one is tidal power. The advantages are it is non-polluting, and it promotes irrigation and fishing. Sorry, when a project is built for the production of hydroelectric electric power, the water is stored, and through that we can divert that water for irrigation, and also we can do aquaculture in the stored water. Right friends, it is also cheap. And when it comes to disadvantages, the displacement of local communities, this is because we have to build large barrages. Friends, it inundates low-lying regions, and it is expensive to set up. So the installation cost of hydroelectric power is costly, and once it is installed, later production is cheaper. Right friends, um, now we will see the important conventional energy resource, that is coal, in some detail. Friends, this is the most abundantly found fossil fuel. So coal is the most abundant found fuel. Friends, electricity from coal is called thermal power, and you might be remembering the picture of the thermal power plant. Friends, this is a power station, a typical power station. Right friends, the coal which we are using today was found billions of years ago, when giant fens and swamps got buried under the layers of earth. So coal is therefore referred to as the buried sunshine. Okay friends, the leading coal producers of the world are China, USA, Germany, Russia, South Africa, and France. So these are the leading producers of coal in the world. Friends, the coal producing areas of India are Raniganj, this is in Bihar, Jharia, Dhanbad, and Bokaro in Jharkhand. Right friends, another important conventional energy resource, that is petroleum. Friends, petroleum and its derivatives are called as black gold, as they are very valuable. Friends, the chief petroleum producing countries are Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar. Friends, all these countries are located in West Asia, in the Arabian Desert. Right friends, the leading producers in India are Digbo in Assam, Bombay High in Mumbai, and the deltas of Krishna and Godavari rivers. Friends, you should know the origin of the word, that is petroleum. The word petroleum is derived from the Latin words petra, meaning rock, oleum meaning oil. So petroleum means rock, oil. Okay friends, now some information about the natural gas. Friends, natural gas is found with the petroleum deposits and is released when the crude oil is brought to the surface. Friends, Russia, Norway, UK and the Netherlands are the major producers of natural gas. So majorly the European countries are the major producers of natural gas. In India, Jaisalmer, Krishna Godavari Delta, Tripura and some areas offshore in Mumbai have natural gas resources. Friends, the sharp increase in our consumption of fossil fuels has led to their depletion at an alarming rate. Similarly, friends, the toxic pollutants released from burning these fuels also a cause of concern. Okay friends, here is one more fact, that is CNG, compressed natural gas, is a popular eco-friendly automobile fuel as it causes less pollution than petroleum and diesel. So you should remember that the entire public transport bus fleet in Delhi is converted to CNG because of the pollution concerns. Okay friends, here is one more fact, that is Norway was the first country in the world to develop hydroelectricity. And one more fact is the site of the world's first solar and wind powered bus shelter is in Scotland. Right friends, now we will study about the tidal power. Friends, 1/4 of the world's electricity is produced by tidal power, so it is 25%. Friends, the leading producers of tidal power in the world are Paraguay, Norway, Brazil and China. Friends, some important tidal power stations in India are Bhakranangal, Gandhi Sagar, Nagarjuna Sagar and Damodar Valley projects. Friends, try to know the exact locations, the states where these tidal power projects are located. Friends, this is the typical representation of the tidal power plant. So here a barrage will be built and water is stored and water is released into the turbines, and when water turns the turbines, electricity is generated. Okay friends, now we will try to understand the non-conventional energy sources of energy. Friends, before that, here is an image. This shows Salal hydroelectric power project in Jammu and Kashmir, and you can see here the bridge is built, the barrage is built and water, huge amount of water is stored here. Right friends, now we will see the non-conventional sources of energy. Friends, the increasing use of fossil fuels is leading to its shortage, and it is estimated that if the present rate of consumption continues, the reserves of these fuels will get exhausted. Friends, moreover, their use also causes environmental pollution, and therefore there is need for using non-conventional sources such as solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, which are renewable. So because the stock of the conventional energy resources is depleting, and moreover their usage is resulting in high levels of pollution, there is the demand is increasing for renewable energy resources. Okay friends, the first and very important renewable energy resource is solar energy. Friends, solar energy tapped from the sun can be used in solar cells to produce electricity. Right friends, many of these cells are joined into solar panels to generate power for heating and lighting purpose. Friends, the technology of utilizing solar energy benefits a lot of tropical countries that are blessed with abundant sunshine. So in tropical countries, the sunshine is abundant, and they can greatly benefit from harnessing the solar energy. Friends, in this picture you can see the interconnected solar panels. So these solar panels will trap the solar energy. Right, friends, here again there is a chart of non-conventional energy resources and advantages and disadvantages of the energy resources. So we will see one by one. Wind energy, the advantages are it is non-polluting and low cost of production of electricity once set up. So the installation cost of wind energy is high, but once we set up, the production of electricity becomes cheaper. Okay friends, it is also safe and clean. And when it comes to disadvantages, it generates noise pollution, because when the fans of the windmill turns, it generates sound. Right friends, similarly windmills costly to set up, so it also disturbs radio and TV reception, and it is harmful to birds. Right friends, about solar energy, the advantages are it is inexhaustible. I mean, there is no limit for solar energy, and it is non-polluting. The disadvantages are expensive, so it is setting up an electric solar energy plant is expensive. Similarly, diffuse source, so gets wasted. So friends, the solar energy is scattered across the entire globe, I mean entire earth, so it is very diffused. So the concentrating and generating solar power is a little bit difficult process, and most of the solar energy is gets wasted. Okay friends, tidal energy, the advantages are it is non-polluting and it is inexhaustible, and the disadvantages are it destroys wildlife habitat, because the tidal energy we have to build some infrastructure at the coastal areas. So because of that, the habitat of wildlife is disturbed, and it is difficult to harness. Right friends, about nuclear energy, the advantages are it emits a large amount of energy. This is the advantage, and the disadvantages are very, I mean, they are very grave actually, and it generates radioactive waste. And the present problem with the nuclear energy is the disposal of radioactive waste that is generated in the process of nuclear in the nuclear reactors. Friends, it is also expensive to set up. Okay friends, about biogas, the advantages are it is of low cost, and it is easy to operate, and it makes use of bio waste. So the advantages are these, and the problems are it causes greenhouse gas effect, because it releases greenhouse gases. Friends, last one, the geothermal energy, the advantages are it is clean and eco-friendly and always available. The disadvantages are located far away from cities and so costly to transport the electricity. Right friends, these are some of the advantages and disadvantages of the non-conventional energy resources. Please try to remember them, and you might get a question in the mains examination asking about the advantages and the disadvantages of energy resources. Alright friends, now we will understand some information about the wind energy. Friends, wind is an inexhaustible source of energy, so there is no limit, and windmills have been used for for grinding grain and lifting water since times immemorial. Friends, wind farms having clusters of such windmills are located in coastal regions and in mountain passes where strong and steady winds blow. Right friends, wind farms are found in Netherlands, Germany, Denmark, UK, USA and Spain. these are noted for their wind energy production. Right friends, now we will try to understand some information about nuclear power. Friends, in this picture you can see nuclear power station at Kalpakam. Right friends, nuclear power is obtained from energy stored in the nuclei of atoms of naturally occurring radioactive elements like uranium and thorium. Friends, these fuels undergo nuclear fission, that is division, in nuclear reactors and emit power. Friends, the greatest producers of nuclear powers are United States of America and Europe. Friends, obviously they have the advanced technology, so because of that they are able to produce more and more nuclear energy. Friends, in India, Rajasthan and Jharkhand have largest deposits of uranium. Friends, thorium is found in large quantities in monazite sands of Kerala. Similarly, the nuclear power stations in India are located in Kalpakam in Tamil Nadu, Tarapur in Maharashtra, Rana Pratap Sagar near Kota in Rajasthan, Naroda in Uttar Pradesh, and Kaiga in Karnataka. Friends, please try to remember the nuclear power plants and their locations of nuclear power plants and their respective states. Right friends, now we will learn about geothermal energy. The energy obtained from earth is called geothermal energy. Friends, the temperature in the interior of the earth rises steadily as we go deeper. So friends, sometimes this heat energy may surface itself in the form of hot springs, and this heat energy can be used to generate power. So friends, in this picture the process of nuclear energy generation has been described. Now please go through the image and try to understand the process. Right friends, geothermal energy in the form of hot springs has been used for cooking, heating and bathing for several years, and USA has the world's largest geothermal power plants, and it is followed by New Zealand, Iceland, Philippines and Central America. Friends, in India, geothermal plants are located in Manikaran in Himachal Pradesh and Puga Valley in Ladakh. Right friends, here in this picture you can see this is the geothermal energy production in Manikaran, and in the picture B this is cooking food with the help of geothermal energy. Right friends, in this picture you can see the harnessing process of geothermal energy. Okay friends, the last one, that is tidal energy. Friends, energy generated from tides is called tidal energy, and tidal energy can be harnessed by building dams at a narrow openings of the sea. Friends, Russia, France and the Gulf of Kutch in India have huge tidal May farms. Right friends, in this picture you can see the process of harnessing the tidal energy. Right friends, similarly the biogas. Friends, organic waste such as dead plant and animal material and animal dung and kitchen waste can be converted into a gaseous fuel called biogas. So basically it uses the waste organic material. Friends, the organic waste is decomposed by bacteria in biogas digesters to emit biogas, which is essentially a mixture of methane and carbon dioxide. So you should remember that the biogas majorly contains methane and as well as carbon dioxide. It is a mixture of methane and carbon dioxide. Friends, in this picture you can see the process of generation of biogas. Right friends, energy is everywhere, but we can see that harnessing this energy is both difficult and as well as costly. Friends, energy saved is energy generated. Act now and make brighter energy future. Friends, as individuals also, we should conserve and save electricity, and we should not waste electricity. So in this way we can contribute to conservation of resources. Right friends, this is all from this chapter. Thank you for joining me. Have a good day. See you next time.